Hello everyone, my name is Tocho and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition, and today, instead of continuing on with the Exalted Plains and finishing up what we have here, which I'm not sure how much is actually story driven, but we'll have a look at that. But we're actually going to head back to Skyhold, because Solus stormed off, and it's a little bit concerning. So we're going to check in with him and check in with some of the other companions and see if they have any updates on their storylines for us. So,
Inquisitor.
How are you, Solus?
It hurts. It always does. But I will survive.
Thank you for coming back.
You were a true friend. You did everything you could to help. I could hardly abandon you now.
Where did you go?
I found a quiet spot and went to sleep. I visited the place in the Fade where my friend used to be. It's empty. But there are stirrings of energy in the void. Someday something new may grow there.
What happens when a spirit dies?
It isn't the same for mortals. The energy of spirits returns to the Fade. If the idea giving the spirit form is strong, or if the memory has shaped other spirits, it may someday rise again.
You're saying your friend might come back?
No, not really. A spirit's natural state is peaceful semi-existence. It is rare to be able to reflect reality. Something similar may reform one day, but it might have a different personality. It would likely not remember me. It would not be the friend I knew.
I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Thank you again.
okay, well, it seems to be handling it well. Not bothered at all by blowing up the mages. Hello, you. So I'm trying to remember. I think Cassandra asked us to look into the Seekers. We did those mission board things. Let's see if she has anything else for us.
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, are you blushing?
What would I have to blush about?
You tell me.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
The latest chapter? Meaning you've read them all?
Not since this all began. We've been busy.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you to convince them.
Dorian.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Why not? I think Varric would be pleased to have another fan.
Pleased? Yes, that's one word for it. They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
Oh, Cassandra, you're precious. She has a guilty pleasure. With one of the people she probably hates the most. Well, not hates, but frenemies. What else? Cole. We got Cole's amulet. Let's go see if Cole's around. Actually, before we go to Cole, we actually didn't talk about the Seekers at all.
I understand the Inquisition has tracked down the missing Seekers. Care Oswin. I didn't see Ban Loren as the sort of nobleman that would become involved in this war. The sooner we go there, the sooner I can put this search behind me.
So that book you were reading.
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
It's just a little unexpected.
I don't need anyone picturing me mooning over stolen kisses.
Is that what you're doing? Mooning?
I will never hear the end of this, will I?
Okay, well, Apparently it's opened up a quest for us I probably didn't read over. It's fine.
Mercs are mercs. Can't trust any of them. No cause but money.
I hope that's the case with a leader like that.
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The Herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple, pure. Voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. But this is real. This is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith. And I fought him. Maker, forgive me. I hope I did enough. It started out helping, taking the fear away. I won't take too much. I am not that.
I found the amulet that Solus told us about. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, but not here. I like it here. We need someplace that can go away if it becomes sharp. What do I do with it?
You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I? It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
Are you ready, Cole?
They can't make me a monster.
What was that? Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work.
Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not being a demon?
Solus, is it possible that the amulet doesn't work on Cole because he's too human?
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances, he remains a spirit.
Yes, a spirit who is strangely like a person.
I don't matter. Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
We'll find whatever is preventing the amulet from working, and we'll make it right.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me? All of you?
Sure. All right, I get it. You like spirits. But he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
If I see a way to protect Cole without taking away whatever he is, I'll use it. But Cole clearly needs our help.
I'm not saying we do nothing. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
You don't think?
However we deal with the problem, our next step is to track down whatever is interfering with the enchantment.
Alright, we're just jumping straight into this.
Yeah, this should get me through the month. But give me a moment. Greetings. Can I help you?
You killed me.
What?
What? I don't even know you.
You forgot. You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark.
The spire?
Cole, stop!
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me. He killed me. That's why it doesn't work. He killed me, and I have to kill him back.
Before anyone gets killed, I need to know what's going on.
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body.
A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank. A captured apostate. They threw him into the dungeon in the spire at Val Royo. They forgot about him. He starved to death. I came through to help. And I couldn't. So I became him. Cole.
If Cole was an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to.
Solus, we cannot let Cole kill the man.
I don't think anyone was going to suggest that, Chuckles.
Cole is a spirit. The death of the real Cole wounded him, perverted him from his purpose. To regain that part of himself, he must forgive.
Come on. You don't just forgive someone killing you.
You don't. A spirit can.
Varric?
The kid's angry. He needs to work through it.
A spirit does not work through emotions. It embodies them.
But he isn't a spirit, is he? He made himself human. And humans change. They get hurt. And they heal. He needs to work it out like a person.
You would alter the essence of what he is.
He did that to himself when he left the Fade. I'm just helping him survive it.
Cole will never grow into a real person until he comes to terms with what happened.
Leave it to me. All right, kid. You want revenge? Come with me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry isn't going to help him now, is it, kid?
No.
Pull the trigger and put him down like a mad dog. Do it.
No!
Ah! How you doing, kid? Feel any better?
No.
You can't make it all just go away. I learned that the hard way.
Forget.
No. He needs to remember. You too. We're done here.
For all we know, the amulet will now never function. Cole remains vulnerable to binding.
No, he isn't. The amulet didn't work because he's too human, right? Maybe now the kid's also too human for that binding magic to work on him.
I hope you're right.
It still hurts. When do I stop hurting?
Being with your friends can make you feel better.
Come on, kid. Let's go for a walk. It'll clear your head.
The left hand misses a friend with 2 different names. She's hurting, sad, alone, but everyone can see me now. They remember. How do I put honey in Leliana's wine without her noticing?
I can help with that.
It is good that he is not entirely changed, however human he becomes.
Well, that was interesting. Looks like Varric has something for us as well.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. You're just in time. We almost had to start without you.
What exactly were you starting without me now?
Look who showed up, everybody. Deal him in, would you, Ruffles?
I do hope I recall the rules. It's been ages since I've played a game of Wicked Grace.
Grab a seat. We're ready to start.
Are we playing cards or what?
There's a crown on his head, but a sword too. His head didn't want either.
Don't talk to the face cards, kid.
You seem to have enough people. I have 1,000 things to do.
Losing money can be both relaxing and habit-forming. Give it a try.
Curly, if any man in history ever needed a hobby, it's you.
Dealer starts. Oh, I believe I'll start at... Oh, 3 coppers. Do you think that's too daring? Maybe I'll make it 1. No. Boldness. 3 it is.
If anyone was going to play us, it'd be
Starts at
you,
3
Josephine.
coppers. Silver or go home.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Bolder the better, right? I'm in.
Me too. Well, are you in?
I'm in, and raising another silver.
You haven't even looked at your cards.
Well, our illustrious leader is betting we're bluffing.
You are bluffing.
The poor recruit ran out into the dining hall in nothing but his knickers. And this profound silence fell over the hall as 70 mages and 30 Templars all turned to stare at once. Then a slow round of applause began and spread until every soul was on their feet. A standing ovation.
What did he do?
Saluted, turned on his heel, and marched out like he was in full armor.
Good man.
You're shitting us.
That's how you know it's true. I could never put that in a book. Too unlikely.
I've got one for you. The clan decided to camp near this ruined fortress, right on the edge of the Tirashan. Dark as the bottom of a well. The keeper swore up and down it was safe, but some of the hunters started hearing noises in the middle of the night. They ran out of there, fast as you think, bare asses shining in the moonlight. The whole way back to their village.
How did we get to this?
Not bad. You don't mind if I steal that one, do you?
Well done.
You ought to tell stories more often.
I like the part with the rabbit. There should be more rabbits in stories.
That was scandalous. It would ruin the Inquisition if anyone found out. Tell it again. And the dealer takes everything. I win again.
Deal again. I've figured out your tells, Lady Ambassador.
Commander, everyone knows a lady has no tells.
Then let's see if your good fortune lasts one more hand.
I want another chance to win my dignity back. Deal me in.
Don't say a word, dwarf.
I tried to warn you, Curly.
Never bet against an Antivan, Commander.
It comes off. I didn't know it came off.
Jesus.
Glad you decided to join us tonight. It's too easy to mistake you for the Inquisitor.
I enjoyed this.
See? That's what I mean. It's easy to forget you're not just an icon or symbol. Like those statues of Andraste holding bowls of fire. At least it is for me. You up for another game when this is all over, Inquisitor?
I wouldn't miss it.
Good. It'll take me a while to talk Cullen into it. Maybe I'll work the revenge angle.
Yeah, it's almost like
Is
it's...
that?
What?
Did I win?
Were you even here? God, you lightweight.
I can spare some time. What do you need?
Tell me more about Bianca.
I'm not making any promises here. Ask.
What makes the Merchants Guild such a danger to her?
Well, to be fair, it's more of a danger to me. Technically, we're not supposed to be within 300 leagues of one another. If it got back to the guild that we were seen together, they'd freeze my assets and then have me killed. Maybe not in that order.
What in the world did you do to cause that?
We almost started a clan war. Does it matter? I can't change it now.
How do you know Bianca? The lady, I mean, not the crossbow.
I met her years ago when she still lived in Kirkwall, and I was looking for someone with, mechanical skills. Bianca is, beyond a doubt, the most brilliant smith you'll ever meet. I haven't seen her since she got married and moved to Orlais.
Bianca is married? Somehow I thought that the two of you had a history.
Bianca's family are Kalnas. Surface dwarves, so conservative they don't take a piss without asking the ancestors first. They picked out a smith caste boy for her. Wealthy, respected, has a great anvil collection. The perfect husband. I heard the wedding was lovely. The one Bianca actually showed up for, anyway.
All right, tell me the truth. Bianca made your crossbow, didn't she? I mean, it has her name.
It's not that simple. The Carta thinks my Bianca was a freak success by a Carta inventor who could never duplicate it. If they thought anyone else was involved, someone who could make one work, things would be bad. So, I really can't tell the story. I don't want any more blood on my hands.
So how long have the two of you been together?
Well, if you want to split hairs, we're not. Usually there's a continent between us at all times. We write letters. Now and then we manage to meet up. I don't know if that's together. Shit, it's been what, 15 years? Great. Now I feel old. Thanks.
Oh.
I guess that's it for now.
Sure. I'll be here.
No wonder you write the star-crossed lovers romances. Speaking of which...
What can I do for you, your inquisitorialness?
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
That's exactly what I just said.
Maybe I'm just going crazy. Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
Oh, I hate to do it to her, but also Varric needs this. What else did we have going on? Dorian, we met with his father recently. Let's go see how he's holding up with that.
Your worship.
Hello? One of our soldiers spotted Dorian engaged in a, how I say, heated debate with a man outside Skyhold. I investigated, worried it might have a connection to the Venatori, but it doesn't seem to be that case. The man is a merchant from Valrayo, Panchard de Liu. He possesses an amulet which Dorian was attempting to purchase. I'm uncertain why they argue, but if you wish to investigate further, I'll leave the matter in your hands. Well, I mean, we're hanging out to talk to Dorian anyways, so sure.
Always with the questions. What will people say?
I've been told something about an amulet.
How did you hear that? Oh, Liliana. Of course she would find out. Don't make an issue of it. I don't want someone solving my personal problems for me. I'll get the amulet back. Somehow. On my own.
I'm not entirely certain what it is.
The Parvus birthright. The flashy thing you show peons to make them tremble at your impressive lineage. I didn't leave Tevinter with much in the way of coin, so I sold it. Entirely forbidden, of course, and foolish, but I was desperate. I'll figure something out.
For something that seems so important, I'd have expected more than, I'll get it somehow.
It's not the only thing that's important. I lost the amulet. I may not have your resources, but I can't ask you to... You have too many people asking you for everything under the sun. I won't be one of them.
Okay.
Always a sight for sore eyes.
I need to talk to you.
Could at least bring me wine. Loosens the tongue, so to speak.
Let's do something interesting.
More interesting than wandering the countryside killing random strangers? Perish the thought. But we could find Cassandra and pretend we're talking about her. It would drive her mad.
Oh, I thought we were going to get a cutscene out of that. Anyways, so let's head back into... How are we doing on time? We're doing alright. Let's head back to the Exalted Plains and see what we can, see what trouble we can get up to. Okay, I guess I need more. You have a thing here. June, god of the craft. We dedicate all our crafts to June, for it is he who taught the people to bend branches of trees to make our bows, and fashion coverings of fur and ironbark. Without June, would we have the Arabelle, or the harnessings for Ahala? When the people were young, we wandered into the forest without purpose. We drank from streams and ate berries and nuts that we could find. We did not hunt, for we had no bows. We wore nothing, for we had no knowledge of spinning or needlecraft. We shivered in the cold nights and went hungry throughout the winters, when all the world was covered in ice and snow. When Soleil's, the Hearthkeeper, came and gave us fire and taught us how to feed it with wood, June taught us to fashion bows and arrows and knives so that we could hunt. We learned to cook the flesh of the creatures we hunted over Soleil's fire, and we learned to clothe ourselves in their furs and skins, and the people were no longer cold and hungry. Okay, so for the remainder of the episode, I think we're going to run around and try and gain some favor with this Dalish Clan, because they, need some help. First off, I think they asked us to go find a golden Hala and try to, like, coax it back to the camp so that the humans don't kill it. So, let's go have a look. Alright, I guess that was close enough.
Welcome again, friend.
Where is the person that asked us to do that?
Please.
I'm assuming up here. I thought that was a hollow mark for a second. You.
Look, already she makes herself known to the others. She knows she's meant to be here. Thank you, Lethaline. I will never be able to express my gratitude.
Alright, that gave us a huge chunk. There was another thing. There was a burial site. To the south. I think this is... Yes, we gotta clear that out. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Var Bellinaris, our eternity, where hundreds of our ancestors are buried. Where those of us who can still lay our kin to rest, although the land now belongs to our lay, the Shemlin have never reclaimed it. Perhaps our guilty conscience stops them, or perhaps those uncomplimentary tales of elven curses and vengeful spirits have some use after all. Okay, let's go clear out some demons. I'm not about to destroy a Dalish grave, but that looks a little bit like the Kirkwall icon, doesn't it? Like slightly adapted. Yeah, I'm not about to go looting through here. What does this do? Locked. Did that just say the spoils of desecration? Do I have to? I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I don't want. I'm not doing that. Pascal. I guess it's on the trail of some elven mystery. If what I've heard is true, I don't want that pompous arse getting his hands on it. Think he's smug now? He's searching for ruins. I know at least two. The ancient baths and the ruin in Navarus? You know the one. Remember the mead? Get going. I'll send a messenger if I hear more. Joey.
Veil fire.
Revealed symbols show a hawk and a hare chasing the sun.
Looks like part of a larger set.
Soleil's the Hearthkeeper. Soleil's the Hearthkeeper stands as sister of Andorel the Huntress. While Andorel loved to run with the creatures of the wild, Soleil's preferred to stay by her home tree, occupying herself with gentle arts and song. It is Soleil's who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. It is Soleil's who showed us how to heal with herbs and with magic, and how to ease the passage of infants into this world. And again, it is Soleil's who showed us how to spin the fibers and planks to into thread and rope. We owe much to Soleil's, and that is why we sing to her when we kindle the fires and when we put them out. That is why we sprinkle our arrows with Soleil's fragrant tree moss and ask that she protect them and all within. Finn Harel, the Dreadwolf. There's precious little we know about Finn Harel, for they say he did not care for our people. Algernon and Mythal created the world as we know it. Andorel taught us the ways of the hunter. Soleil's and June gave us fire and crafting. But Finn Harel kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlathan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Finn Harel spent centuries in a far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. Legends say that before the fall of Arlathan, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There's not a Haran among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispers of the names of Geldarn and Darenthal and Anaris, for they are the Forgotten Ones. The gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In ancient times, only Finn Harel could walk without fear among both of our gods, and the Forgotten Ones, or both our gods and the Forgotten Ones. For although he is kin to gods of the people, the Forgotten One knew of their cunning ways, and saw him as one of their own. That is how Finn Harel tricked them. Our gods saw him as a brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged truce. And the Forgotten Ones trusted him also when he said that he could arrange for the defeat of our gods. If only the Forgotten Ones would return to the Abyss for a time. They trusted Finn Harel, and they were all of them betrayed. And Finn Harel sealed them away so that they could never again walk among the people. There is a part of me that wonders if, I don't know if I talked about it before, but with the Chantry creation myths about the Magisters and the Darkspawn, Blight and everything, turned out to be actual people. Not just, just tales. I wonder if the same goes for Dalish lore. And I kind of wish Solus would talk to us more about that, because he seems to know more about what came before. Because he's talking about, he says that he sees things through dreams and blah blah blah, and you know, he's seen glimpses or memories of, you know, what the world was like, you know, with floating cities and, you know, magic and spirits and mortals all living together. It wouldn't surprise me at this point if he was one of the aforementioned Dalish quote-unquote gods that's still here. Or maybe he is just a spirit walker, I don't know, but he seems to know a lot more, and he has a disdain for elves. They don't seem to like him. I'm gonna stop myself before I start tin-hatting it too hard over here, but is Solus Finn Harel? I don't know, if we just read the thing about Finn Harel, and if we were to Finn Harel was seen as kin to both sides of gods. So he was able to convince them to, you know, leave each other alone to stop a war, and banish them from walking on the mortal plane. Solus has done a lot of, or says he has done a lot of research on, you know, spirits and the Fae, and he talks about, you know, what it was like before the veil and stuff.
In every part of you, Sarah. Soft, silly sibilants, sighing in silence, waiting for you to hear them.
Could someone please shut him up? Or I'm gonna shaft him in his creepy little eyes.
You called me him. Thank you.
Okay. Anyways, Finn Harel also distrusted, quote-unquote, his own kind, so, I mean, there's some similarities there, but I don't know, we might be giving Solus too much credit. But he's definitely very guarded in what he knows, so maybe there's something there, if not at least something akin to it. Where do I find Veilfire around here? Because it wouldn't let me take it out of the ruins from the last one. Oh, there it is. Foreman's logbook. The yellow logbook contains a record of the day-to-day running of a small silver mine. The most recent entries differ slightly from the ones that came before. 12 of harvest mare, 11 crates. D crew broke through a wall and found a hidden chamber. Looks like a tomb. Gave orders to seal it back up. 13 of harvest mare, yielded 9 crates. D crew disobeyed instructions. Lead of D crew asked assistance from 2 of A crew to dig deeper into the tomb. Lost 1, gave order to seal the chamber again, emphasized unlikelihood of great riches within. All of D crew and A crew missing in sudden collapse. Panic over elven curses. B and C crews are inciting. Men want to collapse the entire mine to prevent curse from escaping. Urgent reason. And they did. The revealed symbols show what appears to be a Dirthaman, the elven god of secrets, on the back of a large crow. Things have gotten worse since I last wrote. There's no end to the madness. Strange lights on the plains, soldiers torn limb from limb. Some of the men think there's an elven curse on the land. But I am God and will put all this from my mind. If Celine wants to keep her throne, she can take up arms against her cousin, the demons, and whatever else. I would like to return home, darling, but I must disappoint you. I may no longer fight for the Empress, but I still fight for Orlais. There's a rebel group gathering in the Emerald Graves Forest. People like me, tired, wanting a change. I met some of them. It feels right. There's something big planned, to take the Dales, to wipe out the old politics. I'm hopeful. I know you would be too. Wait for me. Benji.
Goodbye!
Okay. Elven Glyphs. Gale. I have pursued the library in Villa Marl. There are tales of hidden elven power in the Dales, and entrust you with the task of unearthing this power. It could be a weapon in our fight for freedom. They say the key is in Dirthaven, the writing on the stones, as I understand it. That is the elven name for the Exalted Plains. It's full of ruins. I know of one by the river. West of here, the armies are camped. A shrine to Soleil's start there, Sir Argus. Revealed symbols show two ravens. One grips a heart in its talons, the other a mirror. Duhaim. We're searching the ruins. We heard of August boys are digging the stones of How and something. I hate these elf names, Pascal.
So, Cole, you're a spirit. Demon. Thing.
Yes. And you're the Iron Bull. Afraid of demons.
Not fond of them, no. But you and I are fine as long as you don't do any weird crap.
Lying awake, sheets soaked in sweat, afraid to call the Tomasarans. Shadows make shapes in the dark. If it gets in my head, how do I cut it out? Itching, shaking, tears slide cold down my cheeks. Tama, I'm scared.
Yeah, weird crap like that. Pretty much what I meant.
So who's Tama? Or was he not reading Bull? Okay, I checked there like 4 times. A pair of hands cupped around the moon.
That looks like all of them. Let's see what the researchers at Skyhold make of this.
Missal, the Great Protector. Elgar'nan had defeated his father, the sun, and was covered in darkness. Pleased with himself, Elgar'nan sought to console his mother, the earth, by replacing all that the sun had destroyed. But the earth knew that without the sun nothing could grow. She whispered to Elgar'nan this truth, and pleaded with him to release his father. But Elgar'nan's pride was great, and his vengeance was terrible, and he refused. It was at this moment that Mythal walked out of the sea of the earth's tears and into the land. She placed her hand on Elgar'nan's brow, and at her touch grew calm and knew that his anger had led him astray. Humbled, Elgar'nan went to the place where the sun was buried and spoke to him. Elgar'nan said he would release the sun if the sun promised to be gentle and to return to the earth each night. And the sun, feeling remorse of what he had done, agreed. And so the sun rose again in the sky, and shone his golden light upon the earth. Elgar'nan and Mythal, with the help of the earth and the sun, brought back life to all the wondrous things that the sun had destroyed. And they grew and thrived, and that night when the sun had gone to sleep, Mythal gathered the glowing earth around his bed and formed into a sphere to be placed in the sky, a pale reflection of the sun's true glory.
Please, if you see my brother out there, tell him to return to camp.
Alright, let's see if we can find him real quick. I kind of want to finish up the Dalish favor.
Is he trying to summon a demon?
Valorant's journal is stained with blood, only a few entries can be made out. And Amelin keeps telling me I have to be patient. Fahendis, I'm almost 17. I have my Valasin. I'm ready to learn more than simple spells. Keeper Howland would be sorry he ever doubted me. Story says the ruin's not far from where we're camped. I don't care what Taniel says. Getting Lindoraine's talisman will prove to keep I'm ready to be first. It is really as protected as Taniel believes. I'll just have to break through the wards even if I can't do it myself. I know what. Vale is thin here. None of the other hunters were brave enough to go into the Shim war zone. But here I am. It has to work here. I know it will. Okay. Well, that backfired on him, to say the least.
Please, if you see my brother out there, tell him to return to camp.
I'm sorry, but I found your brother.
What? What do you mean, sorry? Where is he? No, he's not.
I have his belongings.
Is this all that's left? Did you learn nothing else?
He was brave, trying to reclaim a relic of the Dalish.
You know, I always knew he was brave and clever. Didn't have to prove himself. Clan loves him. Howard loves him. I wish he'd understood that. Thank you for bringing me the news. It's better than not knowing.
I found this talisman. I think your brother was looking for it. You should have it.
Lindarani's talisman. It exists? Her sword, Evanura, was taken by Shems. But in the story, her talisman was saved and hidden. This will mean so much to our people. Thank you.
It was good to do that.
Did we talk to you about joining?
You convinced the Keeper. He said I can join the Inquisition if I wish.
Keeper Howan has given you permission to join the Inquisition.
He has. I'll report to your camp in the south, if that's all right.
Carry on, Agent.
Cool. I don't know what having these agents does for us exactly. Okay, well, we've done that now. Yay! There's a shard over here. So I think that about wraps it up for what we can do in this episode, time-wise. Are we gonna pick it up? There we go. Wait. Let me have a quick look at what's left to do in the area. Yeah, looks like mostly shard quests and a couple of, like miscellaneous targets to go after. So we can probably handle those off camera. We did get access to a mission table thing to uncover some ruins around here. So we might start off with that in the next episode. So until then, my name's been Tojo. Remember to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye!